Hi everyone, thanks for joining us today. I'm Derek Kane and I'm joined here with Gennie Albin, who's our new Assistant Business Office Manager, and we wanted to take a few minutes today to introduce you to Gennie. And so welcome Gennie to our program. Thanks so much for being on today.
Thank you.
So to get started, I just want to ask you a little bit about where you're from. Can you tell us where you're from?
Okay, I am from Hartford, Kentucky, born and raised. Sweet little town in Ohio County. I have two children, Brody and Madison. My daughter is a sophomore in college, and my son is 26 and works at a body shop in Hartford. Let's see.
And your parents are still nearby too, right?
Yes, my parents live a couple miles down the road from me, and they're in their 70s and still very active and healthy, and we have a good time together.
Great, great. Well, tell us kind of maybe some of your background, places that you've worked, and maybe things that you've studied before.
Well, I went to college when my son was a little boy. He was 3, and I went to college to be a registered nurse. Ended up taking 50 hours, and it was a little bit hard to get into nursing because there was such a waiting list to get in. And I would get on the waiting list, but we'd need a couple people to quit the semester, and it just didn't happen. Mm-hmm. So then I sort of changed my course and decided to be a stay-at-home mom for a while, and then I actually started working at Beaverdam Healthcare Manor at that time, and that's where I sort of loved working with the elderly, and you know, had a good time with that, and worked there for 6 years, and then I worked at Goodies for a couple of years as the assistant manager, and then I went with Ryder Transportation for a while, and now I'm here.
Yeah. Now, how did you hear about Morgantown?
Well, now Morgantown, my great friend Chad and Heather Autry, I had actually posted on Facebook that I was looking for a job, and I had really prayed about it. I'm a very strong Christian, and I really prayed about it for God to send me something good, a good atmosphere to work in. So Heather actually sent me something on Facebook when I had posted that, you know, what I was looking for, and she said that Chad wanted to tell me that there was an opening here. And she said that she had the same job, but she was at the one in Hartford, and she loved her job. And she said it's a great company to work for, so put your application in. So I was so excited.
Yeah, and the rest is history.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
And I walked in, and Chad's the first person I see, and I was like, okay, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
So.
Well, tell us a little bit maybe about some of your things outside of work, some interests or hobbies that you have.
I've been keeping a bucket list for 13 years, and that has been the most wonderful thing I've ever done to account for my time.
Tell everybody what a bucket list is. Some people may not be familiar with that idea.
Well,
what is a bucket list?
Just have dreams, and I put my goals on it, and I've accomplished so many goals from this. I keep a journal. I have actually lately started doing it online because it's a lot easier to put your pictures. But I journal everything I do. It's like any kind of dream I have, any kind of idea I have, trips I want to take, things I want to see, things I want to do. I keep a list of this stuff, and then I pick a weekend, and I say, okay, this is what I'm doing this weekend. And then I journal the whole thing, and I take pictures, and it has just been such a wonderful thing to do. And then I'm also a hobby photographer, and I like to do a lot of photography for, you know, a lot of jobs where, you know, people are, you know, can't really afford to do things like that and have those kind of luxuries. So I like to help families out that need things like that. So,
yeah. Do you have a favorite shoot that stands out in your mind? Is maybe a family or just one that you just particularly love?
I don't know. They're all so pretty.
Yeah.
They're just all so pretty.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Great.
But it's been a lot of fun doing these things.
Yeah. Well, you've only been here 2 days so far, but what has been your experience at Morgantown so far?
I absolutely love it. I love the people here. The residents here in the facility are so kind and so sweet, and everyone has welcomed me with open arms.
What was it like coming in for that interview?
You know what? Yeah, when I walked in the door, I was so impressed because I was greeted by this wonderful woman, and she was so kind and sweet. And then I look to my right, and this beautiful coffee bar is sitting over here on the wall, and the place is decorated beautiful in what you all call the city area. And everybody had a smile on their face, and I mean, even, I used to be an aide, a CNA, and I know that's a hard job. And everybody has a smile on their face around here, and no complaining, and I've just been welcomed with open arms. And then today I got a big, huge bouquet of flowers to welcome me to
that's
business
awesome.
office.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I love it.
Very
It's just
special.
a great place.
Yeah. Well, anything that you'd like us to know about you that we haven't already talked about, or anything that we would be surprised to know about Gennie? Kind of put you on the spot there.
No, not really. I'm a very positive person. You will never hear anything negative come out of my mouth because
We never will?
no,
Never.
never. I just do not deal in
That's
negativity, and I don't participate in it,
Yeah.
and I just think that's a much healthier way to live.
Mm-hmm.
And I try to keep a positive attitude, and it's just the way I am.
Great.
So
Great. Well, this has just been a few minutes to introduce all of you to Gennie Albin, who's our new Assistant Business Office Manager. Thank you so much, Gennie, for
You're
talking
so
with us a few
welcome.
minutes today. And thank you all for watching. And stay tuned for our next program.